in this basement where you guys shot the Playing God,
Thank God.
video. And so I wrote a thing at the time, and you sort of talked about it in an interview we did on Grammy or something. This is sort of, in a way, sort of closing the book on Brand New Eyes.
Yes.
I guess the question is, when you made this video, did you know, had the Pharaohs told you that they were going to leave? Or was it?
Yeah. Yes. Because it was after the... Yeah. I guess, yeah, we did know.
So was that odd to make the video then?
It didn't feel like any other video shoot. I mean, well, it did and it didn't. It didn't feel any different in the sense that the friendships that were the strongest were, well, the weakest were still the weakest, and the strong. I mean, you know, we got along the same way, but it did kind of. It felt way too similar to the things that were going on, and it was definitely creepy. But I had a lot of fun on it. I mean, I definitely think that it was personal in a way that it was so easy to relate to that we just kind of didn't feel like work.
In particular, I mean, we've talked just off-camera stuff, and you've always kind of struck me. You said things like, "Oh, I don't really, you know, this award show. I don't really do award shows. I'm not really an award show." You're kind of like, you know, an indie guy, you know, stuff like that. But I'm interested then, yeah. Why, you know, why did you, and obviously you're someone, you know, who shares a faith with the Pharaohs and also has known them for a long time. Why did you then decide to stick around, to push forward?
Man, this is, well, I mean, I think in all fairness to the Pharaohs, they started at a really young age too. You know, we all did, and I think it's something, I mean, I think there's always been times where all of us, you know, that we might have a bad day and be like, I don't want to be in this band. So it's like, of course I've had those days, but, you know, today I still love what I'm doing. And I think it was hard for me because, yeah, they're really dear to me. And so it was weird watching them go, but I still want to do this, you know, and I couldn't let their decisions affect my heart and my passions and the fact that the three of us still want to do this and make music. And, you know, it's, who knows if any of us will ever get this chance again, you know, so we're just taking advantage of it. And
it's a tough one to pass up, I think. It'd be
yeah, right? It's really hard.
And so, I mean, I don't know how the formation of the band going, you know, the tour starts, there's shows in February. Are you going to be playing leads now? Has this been discussed?
Well,
Yeah, what are you gonna?
well, I think, because there's been a lot of talk about that, about like, yeah, I'm really playing drums and guitar.
He's got a double neck guitar for Christmas, and he's playing like this now.
Well, I think the thing about it is everyone's just like, are you taking Josh's spot? And I mean, in a way, this is also a business, and I think when any business downsizes, you don't just take over someone else's title. Like, everyone's titles change to kind of, you know, fit the mold, you know? So, I mean, there's some things that I am going to have to do that Josh did, some lead parts, but at the same time, I have no intentions of, like, being the new Josh, taking over his parts, and, you know, that's not really what I want to do. So, I mean, yeah, I'll be doing some lead stuff, but I love what I get to do, you know, and I still intend on doing that, so.
Yeah. And so, Jeremy, I mean, you know, obviously you have been with Ben for a long time, so, I mean, was there ever any doubt that you were going to continue on with this?
No.
Yeah.
No, there was no question about it. I mean, you know, I've quit jobs before, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm out. Sorry, it's not my thing, and I'll leave. And then I never hear from them again because they want to continue their job. And this has been our heart and passion, and, I mean, anyone can tell that. We end up crashing or like our websites and crash sites because our fans are so hardcore, and it's been every bit of our passion to like have those fans and keep those fans and work for those fans and make them feel like family through any time, whether we're getting off a plane that we've been on for like 23 hours and or asleep, no matter what the time is. They've been our passion and our heart. So it's never even close to been an option. It really sucks because, you know, I feel like, you know, our family on the road, because being more so is closer than family at home. It's hard, I mean, at times you're around them more, or most of the time we're around each other more. So it really sucks to lose that part, feel like you're losing a part of that. But, you know, like I said in the beginning, I'd rather them be happy somewhere else. That's going to make everyone else happy. So. And you know what? If they're happier somewhere else, we might be happier this way. Who knows? So we'll see. It's all just things change.
What did you take from this experience, and sort of how do you view Josh and Zach now?
I'm trying not to view anyone at all except for the people that are close to me. Because if you listen to one opinion that's outside of, out there, then you listen to all of them. I guess, I'm just learning that you can't prove to anyone who you are. You just have to be it. You can't make someone think anything about you because they're going to think what they want. We're just going to, I guess we're just going to do it really right this time. I don't know. It's gonna be fun to kind of just not have to think about what someone's thinking about me. I know that for me personally, I'm just gonna feel, and I don't even mean this in a negative way to Josh and Zach, but I'm definitely starting to feel a lot more free about myself, and I think maybe that's just me growing up, but the people that I have around me, Taylor and Jeremy. I feel very supported and loved as a person, and that is a rare thing in the world. So.
And I think stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you guys, what did you take from this whole thing?
Ooh, what did I take from this whole thing? I don't know. I mean, it's everyone. I know that everyone, like Haley was saying, growing up, you learn a lot, and I've definitely learned that I'm gonna be the person that I'm gonna be, no matter what anyone else thinks. Same with you, same with everyone. And you just have to learn to love everybody for what, even if, even with bitterness or whatever might be said online from anyone, whether it's fans, whether it's anything, like, I'm just really glad to see that most of our fans are they stick with us. And they see the fact that we're here saying that, listen, we're still here for you guys, and they're 10 times as supportive back, because I'm just glad that they feel like, because I was really worried about all of our fans and stuff. We spent so much time working on growing, being friends with them and talking with them online and making sure that everything that we do is for them, even in writing records. Let's have parts that they can sing back and interact with the crowd. It's always been about that. And I'm just really happy to see that I don't know, I feel like our fans, since they're growing up with us, they're kind of not all our same age, but I feel like they're learning with us. You know what I'm saying? And it's really cool to feel that. And honestly, all their support has been good too, because we've been a group for so long, so it's a lot on our minds as well. So it's been really good to just have the support from them all. And we got to move forward, and I'm excited about it. I mean, it could be something great. I know that it's going to be so nice with all of us just being so, we're the way that we are together and everything. It's just so good. Very positive.
Sir?
Go for it.
How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I've given you this is a new responsibility. You're not going to have the last word in the interview
Yes.
going forward.
Oh my gosh.
I love it because he talks the best.
Oh, yeah, right. No, I mean, I think, just in life, they're always trying experiences, and this is one that I think has really challenged all of us to grow up a lot. And it's been really testing, I think, handling the situation with as much respect as we can and trying to dignify people and to not slander. And, so I think we've even grown up a lot and learned a lot just through this. I think every time you go through something like this, you have the option to kind of act out of emotion and do things you might regret, or you can try to do, honestly, the right thing. I think that's what we've been trying to do. And so, I don't know, things change, and I think we've just been doing our best to handle it well and to finish this season well. And but we're excited, and I think we've just learned a lot about relationships and communication, and so I think we're going to do things a lot different now, and we're all just incredibly excited for the future. And
You mentioned a second ago doing things differently this time. So I'm hoping you can maybe talk. Is that sort of in terms of communication and writing something? Maybe you can talk to that point. And second, okay, do that point first, then we'll have the second point. So how will you do things differently? What did you mean by that?
I mean, obviously, you know, humans, we're not perfect, so we mess up. And so I think the best way to move forward is to look at your mistakes and your victories and learn from them, you know, avoid things and focus on other things. And, you know, so we've had problems with communication.
Yep.
And that's honestly the biggest thing, you know. Even a lot of things have been misconstrued of things that we never talked about, you know, things that we're kind of even hearing for the first time or that we assumed, but now we're actually seeing it in writing or something. But communication is huge, and, you know, even things with songwriting and pretty much everything, I think we're going to try things that we've never tried, things either that we haven't had the freedom or that we just have never thought about, and I think that's going to affect a lot of different areas, you know.
I think fist fighting will probably be a good way to handle problems in the future.
Right. Well, there has to be some part of you that wants to prove these people, to prove Josh and Zach wrong.
Yes.
That you want to make something that is lasting and powerful and, you know, the final word. So is there a part of you inside of you that wants to do that, to prove these people who've jumped off the ship, who've written the band off wrong?
I think that if there wasn't any part of us that wanted to react, then we would be perfect, and that would suck, quite frankly. But I mean, yeah, you want to react, you want to say things back, and sort of counter every point that is made. But what's the point? I mean, what's the purpose of that? It's just gonna never stop. It would never end if we dealt with it that way. And to me, that'd be so unfair to like our online community that we've built and that our fans have built. We're not trying to create some drama for everyone to talk about, because that just takes the focus completely away from what it should be, which is about our music and about something positive, you know, that we're building and we still want to build onto. I mean, yeah, I would love to just throw punches and be pissed and be angry and say things that I would just regret about 5 minutes later.
So perhaps the final word will be whatever you guys make. You know, that will sort of be the ultimate triumph. The ultimate sort of indication is making another record that is killer. You know.
Yeah. Well, first, making a record at all would be a triumph. You know, I think that's a triumph anytime a band gets to make another album. I was surprised we made it to 3 albums, and I was stoked. But yeah, it being a great record will be our way of sort of saying, no one can take this away from us. No one.